Brady, will Desmond Morgan play this game?
Well, we're not going to talk about any injuries.
So he's injured?
I didn't say that. You did.
Yes. No.
Jake Butt, it looked like, was running around on film on some of the films they released. Is there a chance?
We are not talking about injuries.
I'm talking about, yeah.
It's a good job, though, Chris.
All right.
Appreciate it.
In terms of, but you said earlier that his timetable was going to be the same.
He's done
so
a
that's
nice job.
Okay. Thanks.
Ray, I know Coach Madison's talked about preparing for Everett Golson. Is there something you do on maybe the scout team here differently, or in a way to prepare for a guy that's a dual threat like him?
Yeah, we've used wide receivers in the past. Joe Reynolds was great to use because he was a quarterback in high school. And so we've done that. I think with some of the guys, Brian Cleary runs very well, and he's done a good job with it. And Wilton, as big as he is and as tall as he is really a good athlete. So those two have given us good looks. We've, because of the first opponent, we've worked really hard on, the zone read aspect of it. So, it's, again, you're going to play a very good athlete. We got to have 11 guys getting to the football.
Brady, do you feel like maybe a construction foreman right now because you've laid a pretty good foundation so far? Talk about building this week on top of what you've laid. Well,
when we got done with the game on Saturday, graded the game on Saturday, looked at it, dissected it, I think there's so many areas where we want to play more flawless. I know the linebackers felt that they didn't play as well as they need to. I know up front defensively, the inside guys, as far as getting off blocks a little better, holding the point a little better. The precision in the passing game, and we had a quarterback who was 13 and 14. But from a mechanical standpoint, a route running standpoint, protection-wise was pretty good, but we're going to see a lot of different things this week from Notre Dame. And so we've got to just react, communicate, and play a lot better.
Based on looking at Matt Wild's kick the other day, the one he missed, is that just an aberration? Has he been better than that in camp? So
He's been a lot better, Mark, in camp. And, he just left it out there to the right. I think it was really, I was a little concerned because there was some wind, out of the south end zone. And I was a little concerned that it might be a little further too far back. And then where I saw where it hit on the pole, he had all the leg for it. He just left it a little bit out. I don't have any concern with Matt.
Is that an ongoing competition, or is it his job, basically?
It's his job right now. And I think, Kenny has done a nice job. Kenny's kind of been a great addition a couple of years ago, but he's a guy that you really can lean on, and you feel real comfortable using.
Brady, I'm pretty sure you have a plan for your offensive line, but should we expect to see some changes in the starting lineup?
Well, we have a plan for the offensive line. It's a good plan.
And only because you talked about him, will Peppers be available Saturday?
We're not going to discuss injuries.
Okay, well, you'd mentioned it Monday, but he would be available, that's fine.
No, I'm good.
You've had enough, right?
Other than the 4 true freshmen that played, are there any that you still think could possibly get in the lineup?
Yeah, I think there's some possibilities with some guys. We're traveling in just mo ways, and he's a guy down the road. You never know what's going to happen. That we may be able to play. Doesn't matter because you can't hear me.
Exactly.
Oh.
There you go.
And what does Freddie Canteen have to do to get more
Well,
playing
he's
time?
got to be more consistent. And like I said earlier, he came into camp and would have liked to have a little better camp, but he's making progress. He had a pretty good day yesterday.